Hello YouTube. I thought I'd excuse me, do another video and let y'all know why I actually went to prison. When I was 17, I had a brother who was 14, and I had a distant cousin who was 22, and the distant cousin was abusing my brother, threatening him with guns, aiming guns at him, abusing him. I didn't know about the abuse for a while, but when I found out, I thought it was just threats with a gun. But when I found out, I told my parents, and my parents didn't believe me. They thought I was making it up because I didn't like the guy. And so I then told a retired cop who was a friend of the family. He turned around and told my parents, which just made them mad, especially my mom. So I decided to take matters in my own hand. So during deer season, I went to work the area I knew this guy was hunting at, and looked for him. When I found him, there was an argument. We argued with one another for a little bit, and then I shot him. And when I told my lawyer about this, I eventually got arrested for murder, 2 accounts, murder and armed criminal action. And when I told my lawyer why I'd done it, I guess he went and talked to him, and they said it doesn't matter because he didn't do it in the act. He basically hunted the guy down and shot him, so it's murder, and so they offered me a plea for 25 years, and I took it, and looking back on it, I should have never took it, But then, my dumb ass, I was in a room with 2 other people that was in there for murder. I decided to try to escape. My brother was wanting me, he was afraid they was going to send me to prison for a long time, which they eventually did. But he wanted me out too, so he brought a hacksaw blade up, and we tried to escape, and it didn't work out. We got caught, and my brother got probation and community service. And so then I was sent to, after they offered another plea, and they said life and 5 for the escape ran together, or if he goes to trial and he's found guilty, everything will be ran wild. So I was 17 and scared, so I took the plea. I never should have took the plea. I never should have tried to escape, but I did. And so I ended up with a life sentence, and they sent me to Fulton Diagnostic and Reception Center. That's where you go, wherever. At that time, that was the only one in the state, and that's where you went before you went to. They sent you to a regular prison. They did medical checkups on you and checked to see if your head's all right, and all these tests, And I was there like a couple months, and then they sent me to Missouri State Penitentiary, and that was a trip. And I got there in the summertime, and there's no air conditioning there, so not doing anything, sitting in your cell not doing anything. And I was on the top walk of R&O, and it was just hot, this sweat just rolling off of you. You didn't have to do anything to sweat, you know. And it's just the opposite in the winter. You froze, you know. I've seen toilets froze over in the mornings, you know. On the bottom walks, on the upper walks it didn't so much because they had heaters up there, and the heaters were at the top, so everybody on the top in the wintertime got hot and everybody on the bottom got cold. People on the top was saying, hey, turn the heaters off, and people on the bottom say, hey, turn the heaters on, you know. Top walk, top tier, whatever we call them tiers back then, but later on in other prisons they call them walks, you know. And the individual things were walks, but the levels were tiers. And so that was my introduction there. And then, you know, I made all kinds of mistakes at first, you know, sitting on the wrong side of the chow hall, you know, just little things that you learn. And luckily I had some old heads that taught me, you know, but they really didn't start talking to me until after my first fight, you know. I got in a fight with these guys. After that, the whites started talking to me more and you know, teaching me how to do time and stuff, you know. And and I'm glad, because I was clueless, you know. I'm a farm boy, you know. I wasn't raised in the city. I wasn't raised in a criminal lifestyle. I'm just a farm boy. That's all I am. So it took me, but I learned quickly. Once they started telling me, I listened to what they had to say, you know, because, I mean, you had to, you know. If you didn't, it was going to be a lot harder, you know. It's better to learn the easier way than the harder way. And so I just wanted to give you guys this a little bit right now, and because I know some of you might be wondering why I was even in prison, and I don't think I covered it too much in my first video. So this is a little bit more detailed. So hopefully it doesn't turn any of you away. You know, you'll still stay subscribed. You'll share this, and I hope you like this video and hit the like button. If you are subscribed, hit that notification, you know, so you'll know every time I come out with a new video. And if you're new, I'd love it if you subscribed, you know, and comments, you know. I got so many things I can tell about my 29 years in prison that I'd love to hear from you guys and what you guys would like to hear. And thank you all very much.